Island Driver TV.
Aloha, we're here at the border of Waikiki, right by the Aloi, for Euro Sunday. And we're going to take a look at some of the European cars, and there are quite a few contrasts, as you will see. So there's a mix of cars here at Euro Sunday. We have Kent here, and he has, I think, the newest car among them. And what is it?
This is a 2017 Audi R8 V10.
And what kind of engine does it have?
This has got a V10 naturally aspirated engine, putting out 540 horsepower, about 460 of torque, and it's a blast. That's what it's doing in there.
So I see we have our GoPro hat, and in the car we're GoProing everywhere we go in the Audi.
Yep, I pretty much video everywhere. You never know what's going to happen, but also some fun things happen, and I like to catch that, review the footage, and then make some fun stuff for YouTube.
Well, maybe we can put it on our show. That would be interesting.
Absolutely, by all means.
So it's a two-seater, rear engine. Any other interesting features?
Well, other than it's just super fun and super fast, you've got the glass plate technology, so you have just a computer screen instead of your standard tachometer and speedometer, and so you can get your navigation map on screen, all your multimedia functions there. Wonderful controls with the phone for communicating and receiving and reading text while driving, all super safe. And
it has a speed limiter at 55 miles an hour. You can't go above that. Is that correct?
Yeah, that the speed limiter is my wife.
She yells, right?
If I accelerate too fast, she goes blackout, blackout, and then the blackout warning comes on, and then I have to back off.
That's funny. Okay, thanks. So a slight contrast with our last vehicle. We have Gordon here. He's going to tell us about this beauty.
67 Volkswagen Fastback. It's pretty rare out in the community. We probably have a handful of them now in the state, but I brought this one in from California.
So it's like a Beetle, but with a different body style. Is that essentially it?
It's kind of a mix between a squareback and a fastback. The squareback is like a wagon. This is kind of like a hatchback style. Body style.
And the horsepower is in what range, if you know?
It's probably really like 100, 120. It's really, really small. It's got a stock engine in it, right?
Oh, it does. So what are your plans for it?
Right now, I'm waiting for the front end, the suspension, new suspension. I'm gonna tear it all apart and restore it and get it all custom, new interior and everything.
So we're going to be able to race it at some point? Because I see you have Hilo drag strip on your shirt there.
Yeah, no, I'm probably just going to use it for a daily cruiser, all custom. I want to get it custom out, paint job and everything. So
is a California car not much rust?
Not much rust. There's a few spots, but most of the cars that I've brought in from California, they're all really clean cars.
So we'll look forward to seeing this at a later event and find out what you did. Thanks a lot.
Thank you. Thank you.
There's a certain red car that you know what brand it is. You may not know what model it is, but Ben's going to tell us a little bit about his car.
So this is a 458 Italia, 4.5 liter V8. That's how they do their nomenclature. It's been a spectacular drive, rear-wheel drive, naturally aspirated, and I think that's what I really like about it. That engine is symphonic when it's sitting right behind your head and you let the whine up all the way through the RPMs, and it really comes out very nicely.
Now, do these models have regular stick shifts, or do they have the double clutch where it's sort of automatic if you want it?
So this one doesn't come, you can't buy it in a stick shift. So this is the last year they did the stick shifts was the previous model, and then this is all dual clutch, all paddle shifters. So it takes a little bit getting used to if you're used to the cars with the stick in the middle to be able to shift gears.
But so you have the option of either sort of letting it glide in automatic and it shifts itself, or you can shift it. Is that right?
Right, yeah. So, I mean, around town, I'll leave it in the auto mode and let it just kind of do its thing. The shifts are pretty well. You won't get any kind of jerk out of it. But definitely if you're on the freeway or some nice windy roads, then it's time to play with the paddles.
Is it just paddles, or is it an actual little lever as well?
No lever for this one, so everything is controlled by the paddles or buttons in the center console.
Okay, well, it's certainly attractive. How many miles have we put on this baby?
Yeah, too many.
Oh, okay. It's depreciating as we speak.
Right, yeah. So I've driven it about 2,000 miles. I picked up with 3,500, a little over. So, yeah.
That's not bad. I mean, really. You don't use it as a daily commute?
No.
Weekend kind of car.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I think it would spoil the fun if you had it as a daily. You know, you want to keep this for something for the weekends, drive around town, and just have some fun.
Well, it's certainly a beauty. I just love this Ferrari red. I have my car painted red, but I think it's from a Honda, so it's not quite the same.
I think it's pretty far from a Honda. You got a sweet ride, my friend.
Okay, thanks. Here's another sort of interesting contrast. Joe's going to tell us about this, what this E30 means on the side of his BMW.
So the E30 is a chassis code from BMW for the early 325i's, and
and the color of this has a theme, and what is that theme?
so the Audi green is to go with the theme of the PD-109 Messerschmitt, the German World War II airplane, kind of the classic fighter theme.
And you've done some fighter work on the engine compartment because I can see a turbocharger. What else have we done?
I've done transmission swap, full suspension, chassis reinforcements, forged internals. It's also running a full fuel system and water methanol.
So how much horsepower do you figure it's putting out? If you know. If you want to guess.
It's just estimated right now. We'll find out pretty soon here in a couple weeks on the dyno.
Oh, we're going to put it on the dyno and find out. So I see some brake work has also been done.
Yeah, it's running the Brembo big brakes from 05 Subaru STI.
So we can stop and go quickly.
Absolutely.
Okay, interesting car. Here's a vehicle you don't see very much of. It's a Volkswagen pickup truck, no less. GTI, which means their performance version. And this has a Callaway engine, which is truly unique. They didn't make very many of these. It's their high-performance engine of the era. And, of course, here it's at Euro Sunday. So here's a regular standard pickup bed on the back of this Volkswagen. And it's got the old gate here. Kind of interesting. It's relatively large. Of course, it's front-wheel drive with the engine sideways, so gave you a fair amount of room in the back. Well, that's a wrap here at Euro Sunday in Waikiki. And they're going to be back here on other occasions, and we will be back here to see the different cars.